Alright, this is just a quick simple tutorial on what a float is. You're going to see floats a lot within Spoke Creator, and basically a float is a number. It's a value that is going to be plugged into a later network. You can see that when we have the float atom here selected, it has a bunch of values that we can change within here. A float pretty much works on a slider basis, so whatever the slider is set at is the output number that the atom is giving out. So if we select output here, you can see that if it's on 37.9, the output is 37.9. And basically what the rest of these values are going to do is change how this slider behaves. So the default value is pretty much the value that the slider will always default back to. So if we set that, let's just say for 40, and if there's ever a reset within a network or anything, it's going to go back to 40. The minimum is pretty much what's the minimum amount the slider can go to. Let's just set that to 20. And the maximums is the maximum that the slider can go to. So we'll just put that for 60. This is just all for example's sake. The step is pretty much, you can see that these values that the slider is giving out to beyond 2 decimal place. If we go in there and press across to see, you can see it just carries on going. So the step is pretty much what resolution, what value are we rounding to for the slider. So let's just put that at 0.1. You now see that when we move this, it's only moving it by 0.1. It's the same if I use the arrows, it's only moving it by 0.1 on each iteration. So that's pretty much the basic options. You can see that now we move this all the way up to the top, it's only capping at 60 because the max is set at 60 and 20 at the bottom. These will be really useful later on when you're creating your networks, as they will be pretty much the customizable, well, one of the customizable aspects where you're changing values to plug into your product.